They're making too much of one thing and too little of the other. You need to teach them how to multiply and divide and solve the problems.
Well, that is an excellent idea. Why don't we do multiplication and division problems today?
Ah. You're all doing very well. But now I must make like a Christmas tree and leaf. Ha 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 ha! Too funny.
My clever elves. By the end of the lesson today, you will be able to use what you know about multiplying and dividing by 2 to solve problems correctly. Are you ready? Let's begin. Take a look at this fact. If you think it is a multiplication fact, shout jingle bells. If you think it is a division fact, shout ho ho ho. That's right, jingle bells. It's a multiplication fact. How did you know that? Very good. You know it's a multiplication fact because in the middle there is a multiplication sign. Excellent. What does this multiplication fact mean? Not everybody remembered. Remember, the multiplication sign means groups of. It means equal groups. So, this multiplication fact means 7 groups of 2 equals 14. 7 equal groups of 2 is the same as 14. There we go. Very good. How about this fact? If you think it is a multiplication fact, shout jingle bells. If you think it's a division fact, shout ho ho ho. That's right. Ho ho ho. It's a division fact. What does this division fact mean? A lot more of you remembered. Very well done, my elves. 12 shared equally between 2 is 6. You remembered that the division sign means to share equally. 12 shared equally between 2 is the same as 6. Excellent job. Now, we are going to use what we know about multiplying and dividing to help us work out problems. Here is your first problem. Luke the elf buys 10 gingerbread men. Because he is a very kind elf, he gives half of them to his brother and half of them to his sister. How many do they each have? Well, the first thing we need to work out is if this is a multiplication or a division. Are we taking groups and putting them together, or are we sharing? That's right. Luke is sharing his gingerbread men. So that tells us that it is a division. How many gingerbread men did Luke have at the beginning? That's right, he had 10. So that should be our first number. Then we should put in our division sign, and Luke divided his gingerbread men between his brother and his sister. So he divided by 2. 10 divided by 2. How many did they each have? Very good. If we take 10 and we divide them equally, each of them will have 5. So, 10 divided by 2 equals 5. They each had 5 gingerbread men. Very well done. Here is your next problem. A greedy little elf called Julia has 4 plates of cakes. Each plate has 2 cakes on it. How many cakes does Julia have altogether? Let's think. If this is a multiplication, we're taking groups and putting them together. If this is a division, we are taking cakes and we are sharing them. What do you think? Do you think this is a multiplication or a division? Very good. This is a multiplication. We're taking plates and putting them together. How many plates does Julia have? That's right, she has 4 plates. We know that we are multiplying, and each plate has 2 cakes on it. So the sum we should write to work this out is 4 times 2. How many cakes does she have altogether? 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 times 2 equals 8. Julia has 8 cakes altogether. Very good. The elves are doing so well in their lesson today, Santa.
I am sure they are. But now it is time for you to get your whiteboard and your marker.
That's right. So you'd better go and get them. Did you get your whiteboard and your whiteboard marker like Santa told you? Of course you did. You are such good little elves. Here is your problem. Ben the elf has been wrapping Christmas presents. He has 3 piles of presents. Each pile has 2 presents in it. How many presents did Ben wrap today? First, we need to decide if this is a multiplication or a division. Are we taking groups and putting them together, or are we sharing things into groups? Very good. We're taking groups and putting them together. We want to know how many presents he wrapped together. So you know it is a multiplication. You know that he has 3 piles, and you know that each pile has 2 presents. On your whiteboard, write which multiplication fact goes with this problem. Very good. You've started with the number 3 because that's how many piles he has. Excellent. Times. Very good. Times 2 because there are 2 presents in each pile. which gives us how many presents altogether? Fantastic! 6 presents altogether. So the sum you wrote should have been 3 times 2 equals 6. Was that the sum you wrote? Of course it was. Well done. Are you ready for another one? Excellent. Here it is. Amy the elf has 12 strawberries. Because she's a very kind elf, she shares them equally with her sister Meg. How many strawberries do they each have? First, is this a multiplication or is it a division? Are we taking groups and putting them together, or are we sharing them equally? That's right, that's an easy one. It's even in the problem. We're sharing equally, so we know that this is going to be a division sum. We have the number 12, and we know that there are 2 elves involved in this problem. Amy the elf and Meg the elf. So, what sum are you going to write to work this out? Good, you've started with the number 12, excellent. And the division sign, very, very good. Yes, we're dividing between 2. So, how many strawberries did each elf get? You are amazing. Each elf got 6 strawberries. The sum that you should have written was 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So wonderful.
Very well done. I am very, very proud of you. Ho, 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 ho.